Hey everyone, I'm here with a super simple project today, and I'm kind of doing this as a design team member for Create with Scrimpingmommy. I'm using her beautiful digital kit, actually two different ones. This is her Secret Garden kit, all of the front covers, and the back covers are actually from a Christmas collection that she did, I think, last year as a freebie one day, one of each of the first at least 2 weeks of December. I will link both of those kits in the description box below, and I want to thank Amanda for allowing me to join her design team. But this is a very simple project that I did. I recently hosted a retreat. And at my retreats, I like to make sure that everybody has a journal to write in, so I create them and give them as a gift. And this one is one that I've done for a very long time, is to cover a composition book. But recently, I found these at Walmart, and they're a half size, which is just perfect because a whole composition book is a lot of pages. But to have it be half size makes it much more manageable and useful. So I have a bunch of these and I'm covering them with Amanda's digitals. So I'm going to show you that process. It is really very simple. So I have another couple of pages from her Secret Garden kit, and I like a little bit of variation. So here is my front cover, and I plan to do a little of this ledger trim as trim on here. I also like a torn edge. So I am starting at this binding here, and I'm tearing some of the paper so that I get a nice jagged edge. And I'll set that here, making sure that I just have enough to turn under inside the front cover. And then I will do the same thing with the edge on this page. I've already gotten started there. And I'll just eyeball how far I want that to be exposed and where I would like this to be. And I want more of these flowers showing, but I need at least about a ½ inch to fold over the edge to the inside cover. So I think that should work. I'm just going to crease this a little bit so that on the back side I know where I'm headed for putting glue on. So that should do it. So I'm going to cut this down based on my fold where that is. Give me about a ½ inch all the way around. And I will save the offcut here for another project. And I will do the same thing for the back with this image, but this one will just have the printable and not the ledger piece. Again, I'll line up where I want it to be on the book and kind of give that a little bit of a light creasing just so that I can see where to cut. Okay, so now I have my pieces trimmed down. I can glue them on. And one trick that I use is an old catalog or magazine and a glue stick. So I don't get glue everywhere. I'm going to put the back cover piece on first. So I'm going to glue only inside that, the crease. And you want good coverage, especially around the edges. And that torn edge. And then you turn the page of the catalog right away so that you don't get anything stuck in that glue. And this is my back cover. And I'll carefully align that and press it down really well. And then I'll open this up, and you're going to cut the corners off, but leave about 1/4 inch. I'll bring my glue book back, and I will glue the top and the bottom down. Making sure that I don't get into that first line of glue. And then I'll glue the end. And there, my back cover is done. And we'll cover the insides in the next step, but we want to make sure this dries first a little bit. And now I'll do my front cover. I'll put on this, this strip of ledger piece first. And since this has lines on it, I'm going to try to make sure that my lines are parallel to the book cover, just so it looks a little neater. Fold these in. And now we'll go on to the main piece. And again, we're going to glue this inside the fold lines. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I can see them as a guide. Okay, I'll trim my corners again. Bring my glue book back in, and I'll glue the top and the bottom, and then the edge. Sorry, a little excess glue there. Okay, and now we can do the insides. And the insides are one piece, and the way that I measured this was to have like 1/8 of an inch all the way around inside the cover, and to make sure that I covered any writing from the inside of the book cover. So I came up with, I think it's 4 3/4 by 7. And I cut my pieces ahead of time so that I had 2 of those, one for the front cover and one for the back. So for these, we'll just glue those in. And I do just use regular glue stick for this. I find that if you apply enough glue on there, it really holds together well because it's just paper against paper. And you want to make sure that these have some drying time. With the book open, I'll probably stand the book up for these two to dry, because if you don't allow enough dry time between the cover and the pages of the book, it can ripple the first page of your notebook. So I like to leave it open. So there we go. The basic part is covered. And I have a little bit of embellishing that I want to do just to make it a little bit more interesting on the front. So what I'm going to do is this Amanda digital, also from the Secret Garden kit, and just some scrapbook paper elements just to add for interest on there. I like a lot of layers and I like a lot of collage. So I might change this a little so it doesn't cover so much of the flowers. I'll just play around with it until I have it where I want it to be. I think I like that. So I'm going to put a little glue up here on this corner. That piece on, and then that corner. Then I will glue this whole piece and add it to the cover at one time. And this part is, of course, totally optional, but I just like the idea of layers and ephemera, little accent pieces. And just that quickly, our book is done. So thanks for coming along. Cute little gift. I would set it like this to dry completely so that it doesn't ripple these inner pages. It should be done in, an hour or so at least. But anyway, I hope you go try them. These composition books are super cheap at Walmart. I think they're less than 50 cents for these half-size ones. And the full-size ones even are usually 50 cents around back to school time. So even a full-size one is very economical to do. And if you have digitals or scrapbook paper, you can cover them with that. Even if you have brown paper bag, you could cover them with that and create your own art on it. So give it a try. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.